All right, so it's day 2. Day 1. If you can tell, I look way different. Overslept. Classic. He woke me up. Here we go, though.
I've been up since 4 this morning.
I've been up since 5 minutes ago. Yesterday was a little red day. Not bad, though. Didn't lose much at all, especially not percentage-wise. So we're going to try and make it back, but we're going to be cautious. We're going to get to it in about 5 minutes. Here we go. We have 1 minute until the market opens.
Right back at 9:07, which is I bought at 9:079.
So I entered DWT, entered it at an average price of $5.61. It is currently still at $5.61. It's pushing up. Try and get out of it pretty quickly. Or I might try and hold it. I can't tell what's going on right now. I'm currently still in it. It's 8:42. I have a Pop-Tart. I'm just waiting. It's kind of crazy, but like they say in the chat, to the moon, maybe even Mars. Oh, and by the way, this is actually real, 100% for real. Rick's not, buying and selling for me. Clearly, he didn't do that yesterday. I lost money, and he made money. So he's not telling me where to enter, where to exit. He's literally just being like, okay, if you think that's a good deal, then buy it. He's not spoon feeding me. So I want to make sure that that's clear. I know most of you guys understand that, but I just wanted to talk about it. It's very fun. We are learning the hard way. I mean, the right way, and there's no one helping me. For example, I'm down like $16. So, but hey, that's a lot better than like 100 and something from yesterday. So maybe tomorrow I'll be up $80. If that math is correct. I'm little stepping stones. It's fun. So keep you guys updated. I keep saying that like every 10 seconds. I don't know why. I'm sorry. Let's go, baby. Let's go. It's pushing up. Can you guys see it? We got a big candlestick pushing up. I bought some more about right here. So on this little dip. So. Of course, I was in higher, so this isn't really where I'm at total, but that's 0.37%. Progress, guys. I'm trying to do my best, trying to learn my best, and trying to show you guys as much as I can. I'm filming with a better camera, too, so it's a more clear, more detailed, but dude, I love the feedback. Thank you guys so much for all the support on the last video.
All right, Mr. West, what happened today?
I bought into 2 stocks.
All right, so you traded 2 different stocks today?
Yes. DWT. And I believe the other was UWT, actually.
So both were for what?
Wait, no, it says I didn't. Quantity 0.
Yeah, as in you sold. Yeah, but you still took a $16 loss on that one.
Yep.
That's the one that you actually originally did pretty well in.
I actually was up.
That you were supposed to do well in. You would have made probably
$80.
like 2% on it, right?
Yeah.
But your position size was super small. Did you talk about what you did wrong on that one? So let's explain to them what happened. They do better when we show them like some visuals. So UWT is a crude oil based ETF. So when /CL goes up, so does UWT. What we saw going on, and again, we're using the overall future, UWT was doing an amazing job during pre-market hours. So we were trading live during the Learn Plan Profit live stream. We focused in between the middle and top VWAP. /CL was showing signs of an uptrend pattern. Right. As soon as the market opened, as you guys can see right around 640, the Learn Plan Profit members were all going crazy because they said all of our alerts are going off because it sold off. Yeah. So no one was really in it. It just randomly sold off, which presented what? A dip buy opportunity. Yes. You saw it right away. You pointed it out for me, right? Mm-hmm. And we saw it begin to consolidate. You bought the dip. You did a great job doing that on UWT. The area of opportunity that I would have said that, would have been a little bit better for you today is Weston from when you first started. Panic selling, as in when something is not going in your favor. Yes. Is something that is scary.
It is scary, yeah.
And it comes with experience, right? This is your second day. This is why we're using paper trading, right? And one thing that we could have done better is we can actually click here. We can click show trades. And we can show you that he did a pretty decent job being able to buy the dip. And he was up right away from when you bought it. You got super excited. I remember that.
I was up $80. I was excited.
And it pushed up. It began to consolidate. The MACD began to be a little bit more on the overextended side. And then it pulled back. So I was like, Weston, you could have locked in profits right away. And we talked about it when it was in the green. It started to sell off. And I think because I said that, you kind of started to second guess yourself.
No, that's exactly what happened.
Okay, and the thing is I felt comfortable because /CL, its overall direction, whatever drove the price up and down, doesn't last usually for a very long period of time. So although it did sell off pretty aggressively, it recovered right away. Almost exactly to where it was at, and at the end of the day ended up exceeding that by much more. So and we can't expect it for it to exceed, like that's something that just randomly happened, right? But with UWT, because it sold off and you could have actually sold it for 2% and overall on the day, almost up 4.5% on the day, I think a small little area of opportunity for you is to work on your position size so you don't get so scared. So
exactly.
Yeah, so you go in and just get some skin in the game. If you see it to be a good deal, great, right? And once it begins to confirm your overall direction and that it's actually performing the way that you expected it to, then guess what? You can slowly begin to add more to your position size. Until then, I think you would have felt so much more comfortable if you would have just invested $1,000 or $2,000 instead of $8,000 or $9,000 for your initial position, and let it go up. And then as it even goes up or down, the dollar amount of it going up and down is so small that it's almost irrelevant.
Right.
It's just to have some skin in the game. Moving forward, as it continued to make higher highs and higher lows, it would have confirmed that, hey, we were correct. This is a dip buy, and the direction is now in our favor, and it's beginning to recover. Yep. So it makes sense on why, then you can add more to your position size, because the overall pattern that you originally called out and saw value in ended up playing out the way that you expected to. So I like that you played it out like worst case scenario.
Yeah.
But
I also like that we're figuring out the type of, because I feel like there's types of people in this market, there's people that typically get more panic, or get more scared when investing. And
definitely.
And so now that we know this going on, we can adjust how we jump into trades.
I think you do, and I think we're almost kind of polar opposites. I don't get scared when it comes down to something.
And I think that's a huge benefit.
No, but because of that, I also struggle to sometimes manage my risk.
To sell?
And you don't really struggle doing that. As of right now, the past 2 days, you've been doing an excellent job cutting losses. Can you talk about what you didn't do so well? So this is something that he just told me as we're about to record this. He was just like, hey, are you do you still see value on a swing trade for DWT? And I was like, not really. Why?
I was like, because I'm still in it.
And again, this is why we practice. So this happens, right? Explain to them what's going on right now.
So DWT, the inverse is /CL.
Yes.
Right, so I noticed, and this is based off what you had showed me, and it makes sense in my eyes. It did make sense to me that it was oversold, right? And to me,
yes,
/CL.
Yeah,
yeah. And then so the inverse or the opposite, or kind of what correlates with it.
Yes, DWT.
DWT. I was like, okay, since that's oversold, I actually bought right here. At about...
You originally bought here at 561.
Oh, okay,
and we'll talk about that why. And it continued to sell off. It sold off super aggressively. You tried to buy the dip. It began to recover slightly, but then ultimately the overall direction just continued.
So basically that's averaging down, correct?
Correct. Yes. It's not necessarily something you always want to do. And
correct, because it's a downtrending pattern.
And it's not that you don't want to do that, but it just comes with a little bit more experience. I've averaged down before in a way that I bought the dip right away and it reversed back up, but then I lock in profits, where I still sell for a loss, but I minimize my overall loss because I was able to buy the dip. And again, that's just not a strategy or approach we'd always recommend for newer traders.
But on my take, it was at this point it's so overextended on the other one that I was like, dude, this thing's gotta drop.
So show them this. This is one thing that I do want to point out that I don't even know if you actually saw it, but not DWT, but /CL. When looking at it a little bit closer, we can see that it was a little bit more on the oversold side, so we could see that it was trending down, but it pushed up very quickly, and the MACD was in favor. So the overall direction for /CL was an uptrend. Okay.
Yeah.
So it did push up quickly. So based off previous patterns, I wouldn't say it just all happened in one day, but now it's approaching. Do you see this general area of it being a little bit more on the overbought side? So if it continues to uptrend, then yes, that would not be in your favor. But because it's so overbought, based off previous patterns and the last 1, 2, 3, potentially 4 resistance levels,
and it definitely plummets here, which would benefit me being in DWT.
In the inverse ETF.
Yeah, in the inverse. So in my head, tomorrow, I got you. No.
Yeah, but if we see that it continues to uptrend,
we're not gonna be dumb about it. I'm taking it very seriously. Like I really do enjoy it, and I think it's definitely something that
we had fun. Right?
It takes a lot of time to like. I mean, you're always gonna make mistakes, but like to be able to like tweak yourself. Basically, you have to understand yourself in a sense, and then incorporate that into like how you would respond, not just like because like you would be different. Like I don't think I could just match like just because of the way like our emotions are. I think that like everyone has their own style, and you're learning that, but it's critiquing it daily, and like we're getting better, and I think that's cool.
So
it's like very apparent.
Yes.
Like it's very.
But I think that comes with again why practice is so important. People think that, and this is something that like with YouTube, that when I present my profits and I recap like, oh, in 30 minutes or in 1 hour, I was able to hit my daily goal of $1,000 trading with $25,000 or $50,000. People think that, okay, well, I'll sign up for Learn Plan Profit.
Yeah.
I'll watch him trade live, and because I have $25,000 or $50,000 as well, I'll be able to make the same amount. That's not how it works.
Yeah.
Like our goal is to, like we're doing right now, is to work on your general understanding of what it is that you're doing, being able to understand patterns, how to take advantage of good opportunities, when to walk away, lock in profit to manage risk, and on top of that, understand like how you react to things. I think you do a much better job than I did managing risk, and I have to admit that. What I think that I do a little bit better is
patience.
Patience, and then I take action based off of what I see. But the only reason that I can take actions based off of what I see is because I understand what I'm seeing.
Because you invested in DWT today too, right?
Yes.
But and you were able to profit, right?
I was able to minimize my overall loss. Yes.
Okay, so and that's emotions, right? So I'm trying to fix mine.
Yeah,
so
it just comes down to like with knowing what to do. So like when it comes down to investing in cars,
but it's all getting better. That's the point that I like.
100%, because like right now you're working on your Lightning, right? Your Lightning, that the engine was bad and you're able to fix it and you figured out what was wrong, or there's certain cars that you have invested in that you've fixed and worked on, and when you see something come up that's very similar to that, you pick up on that pattern and you're like,
oh, it's 100% the same.
I know what's wrong with this and it's happened to me before, so I can fix it right away. But what about me? Like I'm someone that's maybe wanting to get into investing in cars, but it might take me so much longer.
Yes.
And I might make so many more mistakes because I'm just unaware of what to do.
Yeah.
So the same thing when it comes down to practice makes perfect and you need to experience it with cars. It's the same thing with trading. You just need to make sure that you don't just focus so much on just like all the BS that you hear and stuff like that, and just make sure that you understand every action that you take.
I think it's super cool though. Yeah. I think it's really, really cool, especially seeing it's not like, oh, you buy here, you sell here, but like being able to like, you learn so much in like the shortest amount of time. Yeah. So I think that's really cool. In this market, it's super cool.
Yeah. And I think, again, you're having a lot of fun and you're not too stressed out because why? It's fake money.
It's fake money.
But you're still treating it as real money?
I'm treating it as real money. And I think that it's cool, like they said, like, why don't you trade? You sit next to Rick. But like, everyone is different. So being able to like, you just have to like go hands-on, which simulation money, please don't start with your own money.
Yeah.
But like, I've learned so much in 2 days.
Yeah.
That I think that's why I'm excited for tomorrow, because I'm always thinking positive. Oh, I'll be, like
definitely
we'll work something out tomorrow. Like we always have tomorrow. So just the amount of stuff I've learned today and yesterday, I'm excited to test out for tomorrow.
I think that's the most important part. That if you enjoy the market and you're empowered to always be learning new things, that's what could also always keep you going and keep you on your toes to be the best, trader and investor in general you can be. So
no, it's possible.
I still think that you did a good job.
Thank you. I know. I like it a lot. I'm super excited. But 2 trades today. We're down a little bit, so tomorrow I'm feeling a green day. Day two. I've only done this 2 days.
All right.
Beginner. So I'm excited.
We'll see you guys next time.
See you guys next time.